So, hello there, welcome back to ICT Technocrats. Today we'll be looking at HTML. So, HTML is a markup language that's used to, make websites, basically make websites. So, we'll save our file as my first HTML, and then this is going to be HTML. We'll save this as .html. So, that's the extension. So in HTML, we have what we call the syntax. Now, the syntax is just basically, now every language has its own syntax. So the syntax is just basically how the codes in that language should be written. So in HTML, the syntax is how the codes should be written. So codes in HTML should be written in between the tags. Now tags, these are just basically where you put your content. So there are two types of tags. There's the opening tag with the one on line 1 and the closing tag on line 3. Now the one on line 1, what makes it an opening tag is that it doesn't have a forward slash, while line 3 has a forward slash. So you can see that it's a closing tag. And then HTML, we have what we call the head tag. Now the head tag just basically describes the document that you're working on. And then inside the head tag, we have what we call the title tag. The title tag just basically gives the title. It shows the title of the document you're working on. So the title of my document is my first HTML. So after the closing body, we have what we call the closing head, we have what we call the body tag. Now the body tag just basically contains the visible content of your page. The visible content of your page. So let's say, for example, if you want to write a paragraph in HTML, you use what we call the paragraph tag, which is just basically opening paragraph and closing paragraph. So it's written like this: the one on line 6 and one on line 8. And then the paragraph you want to write should be written in between these two, which is line 7. So I can write my name is Anthony. See, like that. Right there, my name is Anthony. The reason why it's in the paragraph form is because it's been written in between the paragraph tags, which is the one on line 6 and one on line 8, and it's been written in between. Another tag that is pretty interesting is the H1 tag. So the H1 tag just basically defines the font size, just makes your font size look larger. So anything in between the H1 tag will have large font size. So I could say Facebook, and then if I output, see, the font size is really large. And then I can say H2, the font size will be slightly smaller. And then I could write H3, and then see this font size is smaller than the last one. So this continues until we reach H6, which is the smallest. So right there, you can see it's the smallest. So H6 is the smallest. So yeah, header tag is just basically used to define the font size of your text. So under this, we have another tag. Actually, is what we call the break tag. Now the break tag is just basically used to create spaces between elements. So let's say, for example, in the paragraph tag, we write my name is Chris, and then we write the break tag. The break tag is a self-closing tag, so it doesn't really require a closing tag. It just has it's just a self-closing tag. So I could say my name is Chris, line break, and then break tag, and then I say I love chocolate. So like that, my name is Chris, I love chocolate. Yeah, so this is just basically a line break. It creates space. But what happens if I remove the break tag? Boom. See, my name is Chris, I love chocolate. And then when you add a break tag, My name is Chris, I love chocolate. So it just basically, it's more like saying next line. It's more like creating a new line in HTML. So it just basically does that. Yeah. So another example of a self-closing tag I can give you is what we call the input tag. Now the input tag is a very basic one and one of the most used tags in HTML. So it's a self-closing tag, and then when you just write input, and then when you run it, input. So you can just write some stuff in there. Yeah, so that's the input tag. It creates a search box. Another tag you should know of is known as the break tag. So whatever is in between the break tag, just basically, the bold tag. Excuse me, the bold tag. So whatever is in between the bold tag just basically makes text bold. Let's say for example, my name is Chris, full stop. See, the text is bold like that. So anyways, that's just basically those just the basics of HTML. We'll continue with this next time. See you next time. We'll continue this in our next video. So we're probably going to be looking at attributes, and we're probably going to look at CSS designing. So yeah, anyways, see you next time.